Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. And now today I am doing my second video for hashtag Scraptember 2025, which is an open collab hosted by Margreth from Seven Plaza and Crafty by Tony. And there are 26 prompts which you can use however you wish. And today I am going to be ticking off a few more from the list. So this time I've managed to cover fabric, postcard, diagonal technically for the tags, mushroom, paint and green again as well. And obviously Loki has decided to start digging up the carpet when I've started to do this recording. Now in my last video I've built Loki's been insane, bear with. Okay, I think he's stopped being crazy, but he does still have that look in his eye, so I don't know, he might go off on one. So in my last video I built the structure for this envelope tag pocket booklet thing. I still don't know what to call it, and today I'm working on the tags and the closure, and in my next video I will be moving on to the actual booklet part. And as before, I'm dipping into my big tin of scraps, trying to use up what I've got instead of hoarding it. So for this project I've pulled together that green painted packaging paper that I created in that Catalyst and Curiosity session, and that I used to cover the front of this booklet thing. That jelly plate print where I drew some leaves with the Posca paint pen, so I'm bringing some of that back in. And Loki has now got a tissue, bear with me. Okay, so I've cleaned all the tissue up off the floor, thrown that away, and now he's sulking, so that's fine. So yeah, that bit of jelly plate print, a picture of Stonehenge, part of a pretend postcard, a masterboard that I'd already made out of some scraps which I cut down to fit the tag, and for the tag bases I used Pukka tea boxes, and I really love the relaxing instructions that they have printed on the inside. So I've left those showing on the backs and decorated the shiny sides instead, and I also used one of the instructions as a bit of a focal point on the front of the Stonehenge tag. And I also add in some stamping, fabric and ribbon. And for the closure I used a multicoloured elastic that ties in kind of with the outside colours, and I'll also be using that again for when I bind the booklet together. And then I just make it so that part of the Stonehenge picture shows through the envelope window. So I'm just deciding here how to lay everything out and what's kind of the best way to do this. Oh, that bit of paper there with those things stamped on, that was just like a practice bit of paper that I was practicing on when I was doing that Posca paint pen stuff on that jelly plate print. So I was just practicing some leaves and also just seeing what that music stuff looked like. And also there's some other stamping on there as well for like some kind of background writing and things. So I thought that was quite cool, so I used some of that. And just like he's going crazy again. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's been absolutely fine up until I started doing a voiceover. So I just I mean, there's not a great deal to this tag, just a few bits, but sometimes less is more. But I do just kind of want to layer it up a little bit, do a bit of collage work on there. And then that was Loki doing his little, not even a growl, I don't even know what it is. It's his pay attention to me noise. So yeah, just kind of trying to put something on here that's a little bit interesting and a little bit different. And like I say, technically I'm doing diagonal because I'm cutting the tag tops on the diagonal, so that is diagonal. We'll see, maybe I'll do something else diagonal for the next part of the make, who knows. This is just that bit of from the other side of the box, Relax Your Mind. I thought I would just rip that out, ink it up and stick that on because that was a bit plain down the bottom underneath Stonehenge. I don't live a million miles away from Stonehenge. Yeah, I've never been, and I really need to go because, you know, I live very, very close, and there's people in this world that would absolutely kill to get to live this close to Stonehenge, and they don't, and I do. So I really need to get across to Stonehenge at some point. But every time I think about going, it's either school holiday, so I know it's going to be absolutely rammed, or it's wet and windy, so you know it's going to be muddy. So I just need to find a time to go when it's actually going to be pleasant and not busy. But enough of my digression about going to Stonehenge. Yeah, so I'm just getting all these little bits down, and that will pretty much be it for this tag once I've put the topper on of that bit of fabric that you can see on the side there. So this is that bit of collaged masterboard that I've made before, which I think is quite cute, and I just cut that down to fit on the tag so it can get in the gap for it, the holder. And obviously I will keep those off cut so they'll get added back into my scrap tin. So I think, like, from a quantity perspective, I'm probably making more scraps through this challenge, but from a, you know, bigness perspective, it's reducing. They're getting smaller, I guess. But yeah, just cutting this down, and that will be kind of the main part of the tag. But I will add a couple of little bits on, especially because I'm about to not ruin it, but put it on upside down. Loki's found a bone now, so you'll be hearing that for the foreseeable. So yeah, I made sure that I was doing it all the right way round and putting this on so that you could read the relaxing instructions on the back, but then I stick it on and it's the wrong way around, so then I have to rip it all off and stick it back on and recut it slightly. And this is the moment I notice and I kind of slam it down on the table in frustration and then rip the back off. But it's fine, it works out in the end and it comes off relatively easy enough. There's a bit that's not quite lined up, so I've just come back in with some of this green paper, which kind of makes it a bit cohesive to the front of the thing anyway, so just pop that in. It totally doesn't go with it, but in a minute I'll do some kind of stamping and stuff to try and bring it all in together. Don't know what was up with that dog today. He's been quiet all day long, and now it's playtime apparently. It's attention-seeking time, obviously, because it's not like I work from home and see him all day and get to spend time with him all day, every day, is it, Loki? Looking at me accusingly. So just getting a couple of bits here just to fill in the last little bits that I've missed, and then tidying everything up. I don't have many stamps that are actual words, so I found one that had grateful written on it, so I thought I will use that. I thought that would be quite good because I am grateful for the opportunity to be using my scraps up. And then so I put that on with the ground espresso archival ink, and then got this kind of floral bit. Oh, so actually I can kind of cover off flowers as well, and just stamp that on. So it's very, very light in the background with the vintage photo distress oxide there, but I've popped it across the green as well, so it just kind of pulls everything in together a little bit. So I thought that was quite cute. And then again, use my slot punch, and this time I'm using some of that ribbon that I've got that was from an Easter egg, and just cut the plastic bits off, distress it down a little bit just to make it not quite so bright yellow. I mean, it's already kind of a pastel yellow, but it just kind of knocks back that yellow a little bit, and then pop that in. So that's my 2 tags done. So I'm just gonna make sure they fit, because obviously I didn't check that before I made it. I did checked it first and then never checked it as I went, so I should probably do that, but it's fine. They fit, they go in and out nicely. And this is it. So if you enjoy this video and you're not already subscribed, then please do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next phase of this make, where I will be making the booklet part of it. And I just tied that closure around into a bow, as you can see, and then I can just open it up and show you. Loki's complaining. I'm nearly finished. And yeah, please do like and leave me a comment if you like this. Sorry for all the interruptions, but dogs will interrupt, and that's fine. I'm more than happy for Loki to interrupt me because I love him. But thank you so much for coming by today. I'll be back again with something else very soon. And in the meantime, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.